Hello again, everybody. Zagatech is here with my 2014 MTV Movie Awards review. Of course, tonight, April the 13th, 2014, from Los Angeles. I got a little light bulb here. I had a little power outage over the weekend. A freak storm, hailstorm happened in my neck of the woods here in Michigan. I've been out of power for about a day now. I'm working on the generator right now. So I got some of my stuff working. My computer's working, internet's working. And you only get a select few things. That's why I only have this little light bulb here. So at least I can have enough power, at least enough power to make this video with my new haircut. MTV Movie Awards tonight. My thoughts on it. Well, it's what the Oscars are to commercial movies. Because I've been watching the MTV Movie Awards since, well, not totally since their existence. But I've seen the majority of them. For the last, probably 15, 20 years. 15 years I've probably been watching conservatively and religiously watch the movie awards for the last at least 15 years straight. The 1999 one was I always remember. But I always watch these shows, and they always award the most commercial movies. The movies that don't get nominated for Oscars. The only Oscar-winning thing was basically the January Leto won an award. But of course, the big winner when it comes to the awards, before I get to that, show itself was decent. It was mostly a shell fest. That's what MTV Awards become. All these people saying, watch my movie, watch our movie. So, of course, we're going to go through the awards that were presented. There was even ones that weren't presented on air. It's like the People's Choice Awards. They present there's supposed to be 20 nominations. They only present 5 of them. Or in this case, 10 of them. In this case. And I also have my fake awards. If you've seen my other award show reviews for the Oscars and for the MTV movie, the MTV VMAs, and also the Golden Globes, I have my fake awards. My awards. And other things. Let's get down to it. Big winner when it comes to most awards. The Hunger Games. Of course, Catching Fire. Winning the most awards. 3 awards tonight. Winning Best Movie of the Year. Best Male Performance for Josh Hutcherson and Jennifer Lawrence for The Hunger Games. All 3 of them were them. And mostly, when I watch the Oscars, I mostly don't see all the movies. In this case, I saw a lot of these movies. I don't see that much movies anymore. But I never thought I would ever cheer on The Hunger Games. I saw the first one last year. Because I like Jennifer Lawrence. Because I saw in Civil Linings Playbook. And I'm like, I want to see American Hustle. Which I still haven't seen yet. So I saw the first Hunger Games last year. And I'm like, wow. And I was dissing it for so long. Because I thought it was another Twilight movie. This is better than Twilight. I loved the first one. And the second one, I just saw the second one on Blu-ray not even 2 weeks ago. And I thought the second one was pretty good. Of course, good segue for the third one and the fourth one. Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. I'll, of course, get to the lack of a tribute to Philip Seymour Hoffman in a moment. As part of my fake awards for the evening. So besides Hunger Games winning the most awards, like I said, I thought I would like him. I like it, but it's a terrific story. The story about the government controlling what you know and what you have to watch, and the way it's controlled and governed. It's almost like what America is becoming. And I can't believe the movie came out. So, but it's a good series, good trilogy. Now I thought I'd get into it, but I'm starting to get into the Hunger Games. Never read the books like many people, but I like the movies. Probably the only movie adaptation of a book that's not really criticized. Ain't that right? Twilight and Harry Potter. And Lord of the Rings. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, and of course their sequels, or should I say prequels, The Hobbit, winning only one award, winning the best fight for Orlando Bloom, and Evangeline Lilly against the Orcs. A lot of others were single winners. We had Best Kiss with Emma Roberts, Jennifer Aniston, and Will Poulter, who I never knew was British, from Will the Miller's great comedy movie. I saw that movie at least. And that was a fun movie. I saw that last summer in the theaters. That was a fun movie. Also a movie I've seen, the winning movie for Best Villain. Mila Kunis, a very pregnant Mila Kunis, whose fiance appeared in the opening sequence with 50 cameos in the opening intro with Conan O'Brien. With Who Baby Bump, like I said, shown for Best Villain for Oz, Great and Powerful. I thought it was a good movie. James Franco, okay, his brother was there presenting an award with Zac Efron, who won Best Shirtless Performance. And literally with the help from presenter Rita Ora, he did prove why he won that award. We also had Jonah Hill for Best Comedic Performance for Wolf of Wall Street. And like I said, the only thing that came close to being an Oscar winning was Jared Leto winning for Best On-Screen Transformation. And we had a lot of awards that were presented off air that weren't presented on TV, including Will Poulter as well for Will Miller's winning Best Breakthrough Performance. That's interesting. He won that. And I knew he was British, and I thought it was pretty good in that movie. I like Will Miller's very good comedic movie. Very watchy, especially when you got bit by that spider down in the nether regions. If you haven't seen it yet, see it. Same with Hunger Games. But mostly it was a lot of promotion tonight. Like I said, there was a lot that were presented off air, but not really announced, like the best musical moment from This Is the End with Backstreet Boys winning it. Because they were in that movie. I want to see that movie still. This Is the End. I want to see that movie. We also had the special awards, the Trailblazer Award going to Channing Tatum, and the Generation Award going to Mark Wahlberg. I've never seen a Channing Tatum movie, but I've seen Mark Wahlberg movies. I've seen Ted, seen The Fighter, and Rockstar. So there you go. Now you had the Wheel Awards. Now it's time for my awards. Best attempt at hosting without Jay Leno taking your job. Conan! Conan hosted tonight. He did a decent job tonight. Hosting. So, he did okay. I like the opening, the Geek Squad segment with the shilling of a lot of movies promoted tonight. The new Spider-Man movie. I've kind of had my own little self-boycott of the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy. Because there's no Kirsten Dunst. There's no Tobey Maguire. I was a fan of the original Spider-Man trilogy, so I was very disappointed they weren't going to advance even further. So I've been on my own little self-boycott of the trilogy. Or in other words, I didn't see the first one yet. But, you know, I'm kind of like holding out hope that they're going to finally settle the differences and finally finish the other Spider-Man trilogy, but I don't think that's ever going to fucking happen. So, there you go. Like I said, Conan was okay host tonight. Yeah, like I said, yeah, the opening was good. And, yeah, like a little shirtless, like a fake muscle suit that tried to work, but decently well. When it comes to performances, we had, well, the MTV Movie Awards. Of course, this is MTV. You're going to have some performances. I've always seen like maybe 2, maybe 3 performances at best. I remember 1999, I think Kid Rock performed in the Movie Awards. And Eminem did tonight. Best okay performance, if you can call anything good performance, but badly mixed. You can tell this wasn't the VMAs. Because it's a Movie Awards. You don't specifically mix performances for the Movie Awards. Eminem and Rihanna performed the first public performance on The Monster, of course, a warm-up for their tour. Like, in the beginning, you couldn't hear Eminem's mic. You could hear Rihanna's mic well, but Eminem's mic was badly mixed until, like, midway towards the first verse. Then you hear him better during the second verse. It was better mixed by the time the second verse. Because I'm a disc jockey, so I kind of know sound mixing and shit. Because, like I said, I'm a disc jockey. And I'm going to see Eminem and Rihanna. I'm going to the Monster Tour. The first show at Detroit, at Comerica Park on August 22nd. Sold out. So it should be a fun show. Best interesting performance. 21 Pilots. I've heard the name of the band. I've never heard the music. Interesting. I was, like, the beginning, I was like, I didn't like it at first, and then it got interesting with the people wearing the ski masks. You know, those white ski masks, like the crowd in the pit were wearing those masks, and the lead singer put it on as well near towards the end. I got dug it near towards the end. You know, like I said, I've heard the name, 21 Pilots, I've heard the name being tossed around, but I never heard the music. Until tonight, I forgot the song title. But, it was interesting. You know, it was like kind of a weird vibe. There's a kind of wacky poppy rap. It's alternative music. So I didn't like it at first, but I got near the end. I got into it. So I don't know if I ever play it because, like I said, I'm a disc jockey. I don't think I ever look at my shelves, but it is interesting. 21 Pilots. Best promotion of a movie performance. The Divergent soundtrack. Trying to be the next soundtrack to be #1 on the album charts besides Frozen. Had a lot of performances from that soundtrack, including Zed and Ellie Goulding, and 2 people I've never heard of that performed another song from that movie, Find You. Zed played piano, then he had a little DJ booth. I like Zed because I like his music. It was okay performance. You know, I'll never see Divergent. Divergent is the next Twilight, the next Hunger Games, the next big book trilogy to become a movie trilogy. The first movie did pretty well in the box office a few weeks ago. So we'll see how it goes down when it comes to, as a whole trilogy, when it comes to box office sales. Best fuck up. Chris Pratt. He had no mic. He kind of ran with it. He tried to present an award or something. He had no mic. He's like, oh, can you hear me now? Then you gotta get mic. So that was kind of a fuck up. And speaking of the word fuck, most F-bombs. Mark Wahlberg during his speech for The Generation Award, presented by the guys from Entourage. The actors, no, not the real Entourage, the guys who played the Entourage. Because, of course, if you've seen Wahlburgers like I have, you know. Because I really never watched Entourage. And I didn't know that the guys who were on Wahlburgers, like Johnny Drama and Nacho, they were the guys that were played by different people in the show Entourage. Because I heard of Entourage, but I never knew who were the guys that the characters were based on until I saw Wahlburgers. And, anyway, Mark Wahlberg swore a lot in that speech. And MTV Movie Awards, it was like, what was it, like 4 or 5 years ago, like, the F word, there was a lot of F-bombs and they were unbleeped. Mostly it was Twilight people. So it was like a lot of swearing in the MTV Movie. I think it was like 2010, I think. 2010 or 2009, I remember. It was like a lot of fucks being unblurred on the air. But at least MTV did well with bleeping, especially with Mark Wahlberg said, this generation award is more like the "You're Too Fucking Old" award. It's almost like that. But anyway, interesting with that. There was an award for Best On-Screen Transformation. That was given to Jared Leto. My choice for Best Transformation in the award show, Nicki Minaj. This is the most womanly I've ever seen her look. She's not wearing any freaky makeup or freaky hair. She looked like a fucking woman for once when she was presenting the Best Male Performance Award with the stars of the movie The Other Woman. Cameron Diaz and a couple of other women I'd never heard of. And I did not think that was Nicki Minaj until they introduced her. I was like, that's Nicki Minaj? Damn. When she does decide to be all woman-like, she actually looks pretty interesting. It was like weird to see her real, you know, because you always see her with those weird wigs. You know, she's like I've always called her the Black Lady Gaga because of all the weird outfits and weird costumes. So to see her in a weird outfit, she may have looked uncomfortable because she was like, I'll never dress like this again. Fuck you, Lil Wayne, make me do this. Probably Lil Wayne was like, with ya, baby, Nicki, dress like a woman for once. Young Money, you know. So, but Nicki, she looked great for once. You know, I like Nicki. I've been a fan of her music. Like I said, this jockey, play her a lot, but not as much anymore. She needs some new shit. Bad. She needs an all-star ships. Anyway, because I play pop music mostly. But I do play in front of an urban school, so they may want the more urban stuff, especially for the Young Money compilation. Anyway, it was great to see Nicki Minaj turn out well for being all womanly. Number of drops for the award. Number of times the award was almost dropped. On my count, and you can correct me, 3 people I saw almost drop the award. I mean, Josh Hutcherson almost dropped it. Shailene Woodley, who won Best Character for that Divergent movie, she almost dropped it, and the other person dropped it. There might have been more than 3, but that's all I could remember was seeing 3 people, maybe more, drop the award tonight, or almost drop it. It's like pretend this is the award. They were giving the award like they were like dropping it. There was more slips than on a walkway, Trying to go for a joke there, but a lot of people dropping that award. A man who should have had a tribute segment, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I know this is about. I said at the beginning that MTV Movie Awards always focuses on more commercial movies, more popular, relevant movies instead of like critically acclaimed movies. But you can tell me you can have a tribute for Paul Walker. And I did see some of the last couple of Fast and Furious movies. Not Fast 6, though. But Fast 4 and Fast 5. You can have a tribute to Paul Walker. A tribute segment to him. But you did not have a tribute segment to Philip Seymour Hoffman. The only time he was mentioned was when the Hunger Games cast mentioned him when they accepted their award for Best Movie. So it's kind of like insulting. I know, like I said, MTV is more about commercial movies, but at least if you pay tribute to Paul Walker, they should have paid proper tribute to Philip Seymour Hoffman. I've only seen one movie of his, being Hunger Games. I've never seen a lot of his other movies, but I know he's a comedic, an actor, like an actor's actor, so it's kind of sad to see him pass away a few months ago, but he should have had a more proper tribute. If Paul Walker got one, so should have Philip Seymour Hoffman. No, this is not the Oscars where they have like 1,000 people pay tribute to, have like a montage. You don't do that on MTV, but at least give tributes to people who matter. Besides Paul Walker being Philip Seymour Hoffman. Well, credibility actor. No offense against Paul Walker. No offense to him. But Philip should have had a tribute. A proper one. That's my humble opinion. So, that is it for my review of the MTV Movie Awards for 2014. Thank you all very much for watching. And with that in mind, you've all been attacked by the review from Zach. These are the award show tonight. We'll see what happens when the VMAs happen this August. Cannot believe it's going to be number 31 for the MTV VMAs. See you all later. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Yeah.